Binance, the biggest crypto exchange on earth, just got pushed out in Europe. Why everyone is panicking about where their money is going next, I am going to show you one single token inside the Richard Heart ecosystem that is sitting exactly where it needed to be, and that token is called ProveX. Before I go further, smash the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel. We are on a journey to reach 15,000 subscribers. You are either earlier or you are not in the loop when it's going to click. Alright? Pay attention to this video, is very important. I have to point out something that you need to understand that is going on in crypto. I know that you are panicking. They say, oh, look at what is going on. Binance is not backing off from the license. Blah, 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 blah. Pay attention. I'm going to give you the few details so that you understand and you position yourself. And when I talk about ProveX, you know the reason why I'm talking about ProveX. This has been a long journey for us. A long journey. I can tell you, sometimes I feel like we wasted our prime. We wasted our 5 years of our life. Imagine 5 years of our life. Most of you are here since 2021 till now. We wasted it for nothing. No serious gain. After all these years of dollar cost average, most of us have already overinvested. You know, they say, oh, crypto, don't overinvest. Don't do this one. I'm not a financial advice. But at the end of the day, if you want to make money, you need to size up your portfolio. And how do you size up your portfolio? Let me explain. When PlusChain was around 1 billion, people put $10,000 or $20,000 hoping it will come back. It went down to 800 million. They put more. It went down to 200 million. They put more. 500 million. They put more. 200 million. They put more. 50 million. They still put more. So when are you going to stop putting? That is the answer that the question that nobody have the correct answer for. And that's where we get the meme. I keep buying the dip, it keep dipping. Crypto have been in a mess for the past 4 or 5 years, but I can promise you I'm not a financial advisor, but that is about to change in a few months to come. I believe October is obviously going to be the end of the bear market, and that is why it's very important for you to buy early. So what is going on with Binance and all these cool coin exchange and the European market, and what is going on? Here is the little story. Not a hype, I'm not hyping it. The EU has a law called MiCA. MiCA means market in crypto asset. Alright? Market in crypto asset. It was into transition period, and the transition period has ended is going to end. It have not ended already, but it's going to end in July 1st, 2026. After that date, any exchange operating in EU without any license is going to be illegal. Full stop. So you understand? And Binance have already applied for that license. All through, have applied in Greece since January. Alright? But since then, it have not been approved. Meanwhile, Coinbase have already been approved of this particular license. So Binance is now citing because of his origin, because he's a Chinese. He feel like the European market doesn't need him. So he back out and pull out that application and say that he's not looking for the license anymore, that is going to be looking for other countries, other continents to apply for regulatory. That European market obviously doesn't need Binance because he meets all the whole criteria to apply for this market. Is the largest exchange, of course, obviously. So he didn't know why it's taking long for them to grant him that license. So he pulled out from that license. So that does not mean that crypto is dead. I want you to understand that Coinbase currently have this license, and also meanwhile Klinken and OKS also have that, and the Bitstamp also have this license. So it doesn't mean that crypto is dead. It obviously mean that the biggest exchange, Binance and KuCoin, Mass Global, all these coin, what did I call it again? This I forgot the name. Also doesn't have it. Only Coinbase and OKS and this stamp that currently have that license. And how many people are using it? Obviously little percent of people are using this exchange that I mentioned. Now they are already operating in all 27 EU countries. Binance, the biggest name in the loom, is the one stock outside. Now meanwhile, why am I sharing you this news? Why am I giving you this information? Now here is the part that nobody is talking about. That is why I'm showing you this. Millions of European people use centralized exchange on their on and off lamp. All right, the bridge between their bank and crypto, that bridge get pulled out from regulatory standpoint. Now where is the new way out? That is for European people, and for a lot of people are going to be needing this also, because it doesn't stop there. A lot of countries are going to be strict in crypto. That is why I said if Richard Hart eventually make pull out this on ProveX, is going to be huge. People don't understand. That is where it's getting interesting, because Richard Hart ecosystem, ProveX entire losing of existence is being tool for people to use as off and on lamp. So imagine if at the end of the day, this ProveX exchange that people can come here, you hook your wallet, boom, you put money, you connect it, European people, you send money, it's land in your wallet without no KYC, without nothing, no middleman. If eventually this thing goes live and it will work out well, and it's going to work out well, of course, do you know how many people, how many millions of European people, Nigerian, right now currently I am a Nigerian, I cannot use Binance. I cannot put money to PMP and put, if I want to use Binance, I have to go use Get.io. And a lot of crazy things is happening in P2P in Nigeria, because sometimes you send your money to somebody and it's a kidnapping money. Some people will kidnap people, and after kidnapping people, they want to sell their coin. They want to sell their money. They want to wash that money. They will put that money in crypto. You give them your USDT. They send you the money for lump sum. Before you know, police will start tracking you. A lot of things is going on in Nigeria like that. People, we have so many cases like that. So many cases. Some guys sold P2P platform in Bybit. He sent his $100,000 and they paid him about 140 million naira in Nigeria. It turned out that money was a kidnapping money. It's a lump sum money, and police tracked him down and they retrieved that money from him, and they still arrested him for selling his crypto. These are the problems that ProveX solve. I don't need anybody. It's just me and my bank and my app. This is why I'm heavily invested in ProveX, because it served me. I know what you guys in America, UK, you don't know what we pass through in Africa, you know. So imagine what is going to be of ProveX when all these things, all these regulatory things are being stepping in place. 2027, 2028 is going to be crazy. I can assure you that. All right. So Binance have already been spending almost 18 months trying to get this license. They couldn't get it. Now you think ProveX, if eventually everything works smoothly, user experience is good, and what we are going to see in ProveX is going to be crazy. People are not paying attention to ProveX, and I wonder why. All right. Now some people are saying, do you know PlusChain? Look at the price of PlusChain. Look at the price of PlusChain. Look at the price of ProveX. Look at it now, bro. I told you ProveX is going down. You are wrong again. Look at it. You are long. You are long on ProveX. You are long on Datanet. Yeah. Look at the PlusX. Look at the Plus. Look at what is all these people saying? Because I told you earlier, people who made money. If you hold ProveX if you hold PlusChain, you didn't sacrifice for PlusChain, you lose 4x of your money. If you sacrifice for PlusChain for ProveX, all right, with your PlusChain, you lose only 40% of your money. Now, people who sacrifice, that lose 40% of their money. They use that, they sold some of their ProveX and buy PlusChain, because PlusChain have lose 4x in value. You cannot compare it. All right, so you understand this thing. I have told you before, that is why you see the value is dropping, but it can go up very fast. Yeah, God, if ProveX see a 20, 50, 100,000 buy volume, it's going to go to 1 cent. God, oh, I don't know how to explain. Now let me be honest. I want to be very honest with you. Most channel won't say it louder. PlusChain is a core coin. The pitch about PlusChain, if they want to preach about PlusChain, it has always been, we are faster, we are cheaper version of Ethereum, blah 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 blah. I want you to understand, PlusChain is a layer 1. You understand? They are competing with Ethereum, competing with Solana, competing with BNB. What are the chances that people are going to actually come and build on PlusChain? Tell me one project that have succeeded on PlusChain. None. Even if you go to Binance, what project have succeeded on Binance is even difficult. So you think people will adopt PlusChain and it's going to be crazy? We are in for PlusChain for money. You have to understand. And where are you going to make that money? The most money is on ProveX, because you have a tiny market cap. Very easy. So if you are so important, PlusChain is not going to win in this long. You are competing against flipping Ethereum that already have a mid share of the market, of more than 80 billion shares in the market. Even Bitcoin cannot compete with Ethereum. I'm telling you the truth. Bitcoin might be very high in price, but when it comes to technology and user experience and usage, you can't compare that to Ethereum. All right. So beating Ethereum is a uphill battle against the most smart contract networks in the industry. It's impossible. And I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's the hardest fight to pick. So for PlusChain to win, PlusChain cannot even win. We are just hoping that somehow Ethereum is going to go to 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, and Richard had to use some money, maybe put $200 million, inject into PlusChain, and everybody turn green candle and everybody sell off, and that is it. But where are you going to make the most money? That is the question. That is why I'm in ProveX, because ProveX is just 10 million market cap. If they put $200 million in ProveX, you are a rich man. You understand it? Better. ProveX is not picking a fight with anybody. ProveX is not trying to beat Ethereum, replace Ethereum. ProveX is just trying to solve a problem that is already there. Everyday people in crypto is using centralized exchange. You want to use centralized exchange, they tell you provide your KYC, do a face recognition, do this, put your address, put this one, put too many restrictions. But when you come to ProveX, you connect your wallet, you hook your wallet, you get in, you get out. It's everyday people are going to be needing ProveX. It's a completely different battle that we are solving a new problem. This is the first time that Richard Hart creates something that is going to be solving a new problem. It's going to be solving a new problem, and there's no enough market share for that. I wonder if he's going to ever pull this off. If he can manage to build this one thing, it's going to bring adoption into PlusChain. I can tell you, it's a complete different engine growth. All right. PlusChain, PlusX need market to believe Ethereum killer narrative, but ProveX need a regulatory pressure on centralized exchange, which we are seeing now, and it keep happening. It's not going to stop here in Europe. It's going to continue. Even Dubai, even a lot of countries are waking up to, to get a lot of restriction on crypto. All right, you have to understand this. ProveX is betting against solving the everyday people that is unfolding before our eyes. Now you will ask me, will everybody holding PlusChain and PlusX end up holding ProveX too? Probably not. Different people and different game. All right, some people. But what I'm telling you, you come to ProveX, it has a thick liquidity. All the whole liquidity is tied to stable coin. It's not collateral like PlusChain with shitcoin and all of that, and shitcoin like other log pool on PlusChain ecosystem. They're tied together. No, ProveX is only tied to stable coins DAI, USDT. This Richard Hart engineered this intentionally because he knows this is where I'm going to make my name myself proud. If I put $50 million, $100 million here and pump this coin to 1000x, if I am a millionaire, now I'm not gonna say Richard Hart is a bad man. I'm not gonna come here and I will defend him. I will use my money and promote ProveX, promote PlusChain, and all of that. So he knows that is how he's going to win this battle. All right. Now, a lot of people ignore this. A lot of people are ignoring what is happening now. Remember, we are still in a testing phase here. You can see they say here, this is a cutting-edge software. Expect a bug. Start with a small amount. So basically, this is still in a testing phase. You know, people have not even started using it. It's only $10 a day, $5 a day, but still activities is going on. All right, the developers are learning the system. Few days ago, buy and burn address. If you come here, is it not in my last video? I show you this buy and burn address was $800. This is the fee recipient wallet, the wallet that is receiving the fees, the fee they generated. All right. Mind you, people have not started using this. The total money after 90 days or 60 days of this coin, after 90 days, all right, this is already 90 days. After 90 days of this project, the total money is just $7,000. This is a one-person transaction, even not even one person. This is not even up to one person money move. People who want to move their money out of and on and off crypto. But look at it, they generated a fee of $1,000 off it. You understand it? So the fee they generated is just $1,000. And if you come, average size is $19, $2, $3. People continue to do that. And still, last time I checked here, it was around $880. Now it is $1,000. The resistance fee is active. Look at it here. It's going up. The buy and burn, they tested it, is only 2. They burned 2. Or the only 2 have already burned. But this $1,000 have not been deployed to burn another one. So you have to be expecting it anytime soon. So if you come here again, if you come here, you see that the dev, ProveX dev, they are active 6 hours ago. They are active 16 hours ago. They are active 18 hours ago, 19 hours ago, 7 days ago. They continue to be active, learning this, doing a lot of things in this. So people are not paying attention to this, and it's amusing that people are not even really showing attention to this. I find it so interesting. I have been accumulating this, and I want you to understand this is going to be, when this thing is going to take off, when the user, if you connect your wallet here and you manage to put your money and you see your money in the bank, boom, 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 it's going to be amusing. I don't know how you are going to say it, but it's going to be one of the most projects that Richard Hart have ever created. All right, I am showing you this. You have to see it. So at the end of the day, we have seen the reason why ProveX is here to stay. We have seen the reason for ProveX. More companies, a lot of crypto is going to be adopting to ProveX style. At some point I talk about it, creating a P2P platform where it's going to be easy for people to transact. Here it is. Richard Hart have already done that. So what I like about this is how fast this buy and burn address is receiving this fee. So this fee that they generated now is going to go, this $1,000 is going to go and buy ProveX and burn it. And here is where you are going to be seeing the total burn. So this is a testing phase. They only burn 2 to check it. Now if you come here, the address is sitting at $1,000. Tomorrow if you come again, you will see that it continues to grow. So imagine when we see a 2 million, 3 million, 4 million trading volume every single day. The recipient, $5,000, $7,000 is going to be burning every single day. $10,000, $80,000, $100,000 is going to be burning every single day. Bro, I don't know if anybody understands this. I don't know if you understand this. It's crazy. It's going to be crazy on ProveX. if eventually Richard Hart can pull this off. And I want you to understand, this is not like a PlusChain, PlusX buy and burn. You know, PlusX buy and burn, you want to buy Hex, you use your Hex and want to swap it to PlusX, and they take your Hex and buy PlusChain. And no, this is real dollar going into markets, buying ProveX and burning it. Real dollar, not coin, not collected coin. You know, when you use PlusChain and buy ProveX, you use PlusChain and buy PlusX and sell it. It's all correlated together. It's all tied to the same liquidity. That's why more than 10% of PlusShares have burned, but no single price in fact. Because of what? Because of what I'm explaining now. But here is a real dollar. It's just like you are taking your real dollar. This is real dollar, $1,000 here. It's stablecoin USDC. It's going to take it, go to ProveX pool, buy it, and send it to that wallet. Bro, I am interested. Look, the future is so bright for us. Whatever we have lost in the 5 years of our prime, we are going to restore it back. I can promise you that is going to happen. I can guarantee you, I'm not a financial advisor, but we are going to see that. And here, I learned you this. ProveX is not still, is not a Lampard technology. Is still, maybe 1 or 2 people have already built this kind of thing, but I can tell you, ProveX have a market share for this. People are not paying attention to it. If Richard Hart can pull this off, I don't know how the regulatory standpoint is going to be. If it is going to be, I don't know. But if he can manage to pull this off, I can assure you it's going to be crazy. All right? It's going to be crazy. I'm not telling you this is a guarantee. Nothing is guaranteed in crypto. We have been here when Zen come out and Jack 11 mess it up. We are here when Titan has come. You go to crypto market, ICP, SUI, everything is down. So nothing is guaranteed in crypto. But I can tell you, I am telling you now that ProveX is a sure bet. It doesn't depend on Ethereum. It doesn't depend on regulatories. It doesn't depend on anything. It's just everyday people demand and supply. People will always want a way to, the easiest way. They cannot going to be get squeezed out, or they're not going to be getting headed, you know, submitting their ID. Or some people don't like submitting their giving out their information. That is why some people are using what do they call this coin? Hype. That is why you see Hype is blasting up, because is a way you can connect your wallet and you trade freely without needing your KYC. People like it. People don't like exposing their identity, because when you have millions of dollars, you give your identity, they take your identity, they give to tax people, they tell them you have this kind of money, look at it. You know, so people are going to be using ProveX. I can tell you for sure it's going to happen. And make sure you get your hand on ProveX before this thing that I'm saying is going to happen, before it happens. You are early. This is just 10 million market cap. Bro, when you get to 1 billion, when you go to 10 billion, when you go to 100 billion, what are you going to do? Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Thank you.